Hey, welcome to Thinking is Contagious. I've just been watching the debacle of Joe Biden, Janet Yellen, uh, and some business leaders coming out and predicting the dire, catastrophic results of if the debt ceiling is not raised and or if the debt ceiling is not eliminated, and all the issues and all the problems and the United States default and senior citizens are not going to get their Social Security payments, and military is not going to get their payments. And I found it very interesting one point that's being brought out now with all these business leaders. All of a sudden, the Democrats are saying that the stock market's going to tank, that 50% of Americans are invested in the stock market directly or indirectly. Isn't that funny? Because when Trump pointed to the stock market as a gauge of economic success, what the Democrats would tell you is that the stock market was not America, that the stock market was not representative of who they represented, that the stock market was only the rich people, that the poor people or the people who were most adversely affected by the Donald Trump administration were not in the stock market. They had no impact. They had no presence in the equities market. Isn't it funny how all of a sudden now 50% of Americans are in the stock market? Shows you the hypocrisy and the lies. I don't know if you saw this debacle, because that's the only way I can call it a debacle. To see this shell of a human being up there in Joe Biden just talking trash. It was so contrived. It was so fake. It was so preposterous. Anybody who watched that, the only thing you come away with it was scripted, set up, and directing traffic was a senile old man that is basically been told, go up there and scare the living daylights out of America because we're desperate and we can't get this done at this point, and we've painted ourselves into a corner, and Big Mouth Pelosi has painted us into a corner, and we're in a heap of trouble, and we need to turn the tide somehow. Go out there and scare the American people. That's what this is. The United States will not default. We go through this exercise every few years, some last minute, some not so last minute. And at this point, I've already made my point very clear before. I think that we need to finish this and get this out of the way, and that in many ways, the Democrats' point that what we're doing is funding the previous debt is correct. But the fact that the Democrats all of a sudden now are doing this scare tactic and this desperation in order to make themselves look good after they've played hardball and tried to do things, force things down everyone's throat, and now at the last minute they realize that they paint themselves into a corner and now they want to scare you into this reaction, don't believe a word of it. Just think of that point that I just brought up, 50% of Americans. Now all of a sudden, Americans are in the stock market. This is a scam. This is a sham, and this is the hypocrisy of your politicians. We need to vote these people out. We can't have 80-year-old men and women running this country. They are lost touch. They can be advisors, they can be consultants, they can be people we go to for historical reference and for advice, but they can't run this country. They can't think quickly. They cannot react properly. They are not aware of everything that's going on. And quite candidly, they really don't care that much about the future because they don't have a lot of future. That's my opinion, and I think we need to jump down their throats. Get Joe Biden out. Get Janet Yellen out. Get Mitch McConnell out. Get all these old guys out and women out. We don't need them. We need fresh blood. We need open minds. And we need people whose future is ahead of them so that they can go with us into the future. We don't need these people who have one foot in the grave already. And I'm sorry to say it that way. I respect all people and I revere senior citizens and I revere the knowledge and I revere the experiences, but they can't lead us. They are not in a position to lead. Their time has come and gone. We need fresh blood. We need young people. We need fresh minds. And we need people who are saying, where am I going to be 10 years down the road when I still am working, when I still need the economy to work, when I still need investments to work? That's who we need running this country, not these people. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.